Welcome, I'm Dennis Brunssen. This is the Mr. Brunssen Show. On our last video, I was talking about our first military tour with the PACAF, Pacific Air Force, and we had been in Hawaii, and we went over to Okinawa and performed for about a month over there and really enjoyed it. And we got back home, and we were contacted by the Department of Defense Overseas Shows out of Virginia, and one of the officers flew out to Santa Fe, New Mexico when we were performing there, and liked what she saw and what she heard, and asked us to go on a Mediterranean tour. So next thing you know, about a couple weeks later, we're ready to go, leaving Phoenix, stopped back at a city on the East Coast, flew into the Azores, and then on from there all the way over to Incirlik Air Force Base. That's in Turkey, by a city, Agana, Turkey, pretty close to Iraq. We were over there for about 2 weeks, did some sightseeing. One day we were all eating. There's like a couple little restaurants here. You sit out front outside the base gate, and I'm filming the band while they're eating. I turn around, accidentally film the front of the gate. I had like 4 guards with M16s beside me ready to take me in because I accidentally filmed the front of the base, and luckily this lady major come over and got me out of trouble and got my camera back. So after that, then we went over to, flew from Incirlik Air Force Base over to Crete, and did a couple stops over there, also naval facilities. And then we went up to Athens up to Aviano Air Base. This is northern Italy. We got to, on our day off, went down to Venice one time. People say they love it over there. I didn't really much care for it. It was a smelly, dirty city as far as I'm concerned, but the food was great. We did a complete tour of Italy from the west side all the way down to the lower end of the boot and back up the east side, and that was beautiful. We stopped in Naples. That's a great town. We didn't make it to Rome. We were supposed to go over there one day, but we didn't make it. Went to Herculaneum and seen the site there where the volcano was, and then back up to Aviano Air Base. Leaving Aviano, we would head down to Sicily, Sigonella Naval Facility, Air Base actually, and got to go up to Mount Etna. This is before it blew up. The lady at the gift shop said, "Oh, this thing's never going to blow. It's been like hundreds of years." Well, a few years ago it blew up. I hope she's okay, but she wasn't right about that, I'll tell you. That was a great gig. We love the people over there. And then off that, we're over to Rota, Spain, southern tip of Spain, for some shows. And then a couple other different bases around there, and then we ended up in Madrid. And that was a great city. A lot of history over there. We went into a museum over there, and went to some old wine facilities where we saw bottles and kegs of wine, hundreds of years old. And we were the last band to play at that airbase. They were going to shut it down, so that was a great time. And then we headed back on we flew all the way from Madrid to Atlanta, and then Atlanta back to Phoenix on that leg of the tour. And on the next video, I'm going to be speaking about our tour going to Japan and Korea.